What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let's play Uncharted 4 Thief's End, Part 27. Here we are in the multiplayer, and I'm going to start off my multiplayer set of videos playing just regular team deathmatch. And you can see I've kind of started, you know, a little bit later on, just to kind of get through the matchmaking, because sometimes the matchmaking can take a little while. You know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And these boosters that I unlocked, you can actually only access them. I'm sure you can access them in other game types, but in ranked team deathmatch you cannot. So that's why I have 4. I opened the other chests that I got, and I had 4 chests altogether that I got for free. I assume for, you know, leveling up regularly. But what ranked team deathmatch, it starts when there is, let me think, what was it? When it was 3v3. So like it started the countdown. I believe it was either 4v4 or 3v3. Sadly I didn't really pay that much attention to. I think it was 3v3, so that's when it started. With regular team deathmatch, you know, that's anybody can come and go as they please, and the only thing you'll lose is the XP that you would have gained in this for this match. But you won't lose any.
All my vacations turn out like.
But you won't lose any, like you know, like ranked points for like ranked team deathmatch or anything like that. And you can see right now I was in my loadout. I had a hunter available to me, and I had a hunter. Crap! I was kind of hoping that guy. That's why I ran this way, was to make sure someone wouldn't do that to me. Just went a little bit too fast. Okay, I'll try to pick this guy up if he'll stay still.
Have a little of this.
Crap. Trying to get over here to grab this downed guy if I can.
Can't keep up, huh?
And there's gonna be a. Okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna play at my best because I have to sit here and try to do commentary, and I can't do commentary and play the game very well. But I'm gonna focus on the commentary right now. Like I said, anybody can come and go as they please. You can, I guess, you know, you can use boosters and everything like that that you gain. I'm using the hunter right now, or I have the hunter on my loadout right now because there's a daily challenge that requires me to call in 5 hunters. Well, they're gonna get all picked up. They're gonna kill me. But so that's why I have the hunter right now. I don't normally run with the hunter, but you know, like I said, I want to grab the or I want to
Catch this.
surprised that guy didn't get down a little bit faster. There we go. That guy below me shouldn't get picked up, so I can run over there and kill him. Come on, jump down, please jump down. Crap. Should have just shot him with the pistol, but I wanted to try to be sneaky. There's another daily challenge that I need to KO someone with doing the rope swing.
Your funeral, pal. Literally.
There we go, finally. That seemed like it took him a long time to end up killing him. Alright, so now I can go ahead and call in another one. Sidekick can only, okay. There we go.
Show me what you got.
I'm ready.
And all this daily challenges is just call in so many.
Eat some dirt. To the road, pal.
First a little.
Going on. What's the goddamn plan?
I was hoping I could have. Yeah, that guy ran off. I thought my teammate was still around me. I was hoping I could have downed that guy. But ranked team deathmatch, you have to. When I first started the game, and this might have changed, so if it has, you know, I do apologize. you had to play three matches in regular team deathmatch before you could unlock access to, you know, team deathmatch. So you know, a lot of the times you'll see some of the worst players playing ranked or just regular team deathmatch because they're, you know, they're brand new players who are. I killed that other guy, the guy who went in front of me. Yeah, you'll see, you know, some of the worst players playing the game on team deathmatch, you know, because they have to play the 3 matches before they're able to move on.
Have a little of this.
I thought so. Okay, crap. Run back because that guy's using a mystical. There we go. Try to see if I can't run around and flank them before they do that to us, because I can see 2 of them running there right now. Normally I would use a Wrath of El Dorado and now that is the problem with that particular pistol. That's the Enforcer, the other DLC pistol. It's actually pretty decent. It's you know, I still prefer the Agrawal 40, but I've actually done pretty decently with crap. I should have just looked down the sights. I could have already killed him. That took way too long and way too many bullets. Teammate's so quick to excuse me, sorry, so quick to steal my kills, you know, I'm surprised he didn't just try to go after his own, but that actually happens a lot in this game, sadly. You know, a lot of people will purposely try to steal your kills. You know, they'll see you killing a guy, so they say, okay, well, hey, that guy's already wounding that guy, so let me go ahead and, you know, steal that kill away from him.
Get out here.
And they'll try to race you to it. You know, that happens far too often in this game, sadly. At first it didn't, but you know, the more... What is he using? Okay, he's using a sniper rifle. I thought he was. Yeah, we're not gonna win. I've already got 8 deaths, and no one else is really getting a whole lot of KOs like me, sadly. So, but anyway, this map is Island. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you've already seen that, but that's just a name. You know, name off the island or the name of this map. That guy's got a machine gun, so I don't know what he's sitting there doing. Don't let him get picked up. That's another problem. Like people will just let each other get picked up. I'm trying to. Yeah, see, that's the best part about that particular particular pistol is just its fast fire rate. I'm gonna get, yep. Nothing I can do. I'm surrounded. I don't know where any of my teammates are. I mean, obviously they're all dead, and they're spawning on the other side of the map from me. But so like I said, you know, team deathmatch. These are the worst players that you'll see typically. You know, like anytime you see someone who doesn't have a certain type of skin, like just a plain clothes or a green shirt Drake, or like this knot here that I'm trying to kill. He's like a plain clothes knot, so that would be the default. That would be the default skin, whatever that is. You know, that's kind of an indication of just how bad that player is. You know, not necessarily, but more often than not. So if you ever see one, you know, that's a great sign. Sometimes you just got people who just sit there and just wait purposely. I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, I understand, you know, people, you know, they have different things to do, and you know, they just can't always be playing 24/7. But you know, more often than not, it's usually someone who.
Have a little of it.
Crap.
Pretty damn difficult to look
but
at
anyway,
like that.
how long was this? Yeah, I'll do another one. Probably not with this. Yeah, I did terribly. 10 deaths. Even though I did get 10 KOs, you know, I've got the highest amount of KOs. There should have been no reason I should have died 10 times. But you know, that's just kind of what regular team deathmatch is. It's just team deathmatch. You know, any game, any like Uncharted 2, 3, it's the same team deathmatch style, just with, you know, get the gameplay of I don't know what that offline bonus is, because I'm not offline. I'm clearly online. Maybe. Huh. I don't know what that would be for. I should just go ahead and switch to ranked, just to kind of, because I haven't really talked that much about regular team deathmatch. Like I said, people can come and go, so you can be looking to join a game, and you could already be, you know, in a game in progress. Where ranked team deathmatch, that isn't the case. You always have to have a full 10-player server, or, you know, lobby here on the, you know, the player list on the right. It has to be full on ranked team deathmatch to be able to start it. So thankfully that's a new map, River. With this one, you know, your team could have 4, or the enemy team could have 4, and they would still go on. Like I said, the countdown starts at 3. At 3. You know, if 3 players on each team. So then, you know, that's where the countdown starts. And it might be 4. Like I said, I didn't really pay attention. I should have, but. But you kind of saw there just how ranked team deathmatch works, you know, or not ranked team, just team deathmatch in general. If any 1 or 2 players on your team is terrible, you know, I'm not saying I was the best player, because I died 10 times. I contributed 10 deaths to the team, but if 1 or more players dies a lot more than they get KOs, and you know, downs don't matter. Downs do not mean anything. You saw, you know, I downed 2 people, but then 1 person was able to go in there and save both those people, and that didn't contribute to the score. You know, the score, I guess I didn't touch on that. The score, which it ends at 40, you know, it's the first team to 40, is all based on KOs. You have to KO someone to get the score. You know, downs do not mean anything at all. They're worthless. Completely worthless. So, crap. Where are my team at? I don't know what they're doing. They're just kind of like, one guy's, it's like they're all just standing around not doing nothing.
I am gonna have a word with some of these.
Yeah, there is one guy just not really paying attention. I don't know if he's like just screwing around or what he's doing. He's a plainclothes tinsman, so he's not gonna be that good of a player. But man, someone's got to knock him out. He even got a headshot down on me, and this person's just gonna stand there. At least it looks like they have helping hands, high rank helping hands.
We need. That's down. I got put down.
And this is just so. This is when it's frustrating. You know, I mean, Destroyer's doing decently, but you know, I mean, I don't know what any of those other 2 people are doing at all. You know, I mean, they're just standing there, not contributing at all to the overall.
Down you go. Have a little of this.
And everyone's just kind of standing there, not trying to pick that guy up. I mean, I understand, you know, there was a whole enemy team there, but they could try a little bit harder, you know. You see, look at that. I mean, I know I'm sitting there trying to pick that guy up, but they're just so worried about the KO that they're not going to try to pick up the friendly. That happens a lot.
Let's do this.
Bring it on. Oh, that hurt. Go ahead. Take your shot. I dare you.
10%.
And obviously you got to be careful. You know, if you're gonna go after a teammate, you have to make sure that there isn't an enemy around, because that sometimes that's what they'll do. You know, they'll down someone and they'll purposely just wait. Come on, pick up, drop, do something other than what you're doing now. Yeah, my teammates are on the wrong side. They're not gonna.
You got lucky. They're down.
They're not gonna try to do a whole lot. They're not gonna move up. That's another problem, you know. The people or teammates, or yeah, I would say teammates, just people in general, not, you know, pushing the advantages that one team gives them. You know, they'll just always, they won't try to push up and move up with everyone. They'll always just kind of just stay in their little hidey holes, and they won't like move up and make a difference, or help the guy move up and make a difference. I know I'm sitting there dying, but you know, I mean, I've just downed one guy. I killed 2 people, and my team's just now getting up to me, and they're already dying. You know, I mean, and this guy's probably gonna. Thankfully, that guy didn't end up getting picked up, but he almost did. I mean, you know, this isn't really representative of how a regular. Actually, I guess this kind of is a regular team deathmatch. Ranked team deathmatch is a little bit, you know, people are a little bit smarter. Not everyone is complete idiots. Wow, that's a strong one. What do you call it? El Dorado, that was a strong one. That guy probably has either faster specters or the increased damage modifier on that one. In my video when I talked about the modifiers, you don't normally see that too often. You know, you don't normally see a whole lot of people have too many modifiers on their mysticals. So that's actually kind of surprising that people would. And so that makes it dangerous, you know. I can look at it and kind of tell. I think he has faster specters on. I think that's what that signifies. Okay, there might be 2 of them. I mean, obviously there are 2 people that have. Yeah, that was stupid. But that guy's just gonna get picked up, and we're gonna miss the advantage that we had. We had a clear shot at taking out a couple of them, but teammates just wanted to kind of hide in the back and not really move up and push. I mean, you know, obviously, if I was using a microphone, that would be a lot better. That's another thing. Teammates aren't the smartest in the world. I don't know why. You know, they'll block you when, you know. I mean, obviously, you know, you can't see everything. You know, I mean, I understand that. I'm sitting here complaining about different things with my team, and he's not going for the down guy. He's going for the.
If at first you don't succeed.
Yeah, this one's actually some of the worst I've seen in quite a while.
Have a little of
player base wise, haven't seen anyone this. These are great of players in quite a while. I mean, this is kind of like stuff that you'd see at the start of games, not. Run back. See if I can't try to flank them. Probably not. Probably just end up failing and dying. But sometimes if you can disrupt the enemy team, that'll kind of like throw them. That'll either give your team. Yeah, like this guy just running in there. I mean, he's a plainclothes Drake, so of course he's gonna run in there and try to steal all your kills. You know, I'm the one who done all that work and effort right there, but they'll just run in there and try to take all the glory for it. And sometimes, you know, this really special guys, they'll there we go.
Not every day you pull a job like that. Anyone up to
Yeah, they did have 4 members on their team, but we just played better. You know, my team is definitely a lot better. Yeah, okay, so maybe plainclothes Drake wasn't that. Well, I mean, you take those two KOs that he stole from me, he'd have 7 and 7, you know. So, I guess he was better. But you know, you kind of understand, you know, the way these games can go. I'm gonna do one ranked team deathmatch for this video. I know this, you know, it's already 20 minutes. You know, I can make it however long I wanted to, but I just kind of wanted to show. I wonder what that offline bonus is. I'm kind of curious. It was something they added in update 108, but I don't know if it's, you know, if it's saying that you're offline, because I'm not offline. You know, I'm clearly online, or I wouldn't be able to play. I know I've hit gold 3 since my last the last video I did where I showed off the store and everything. So I actually did unlock the gold trucker hat that I have on Rafe right now. I mentioned in either I think it was the store video. I wasn't sure how these were unlocked. I wasn't sure if they were when you, like, at the end of the ranked season, or you know how that worked. But it's as soon as you hit that rank. So, like, you know, it says unlocked by reaching platinum rank. I mean, you know, that you could say, well, you should understand what that means, but not necessarily, you know, because there's a taunt that you get. I don't think I have it. Let me see. Dances with props. No, that's not it. Classic. Crap. Okay, well, you know, there's a dance or a taunt that you can only get for the season. You know, for being a certain rank in the season. I didn't unlock that one, and I'm pretty sure it's if you're in gold, but I didn't unlock that one. You know, so that's why I was kind of curious how, you know, how it worked. I shouldn't have chose suited Rafe, but because he's gonna show up pretty well here on this map, Rooftops. It's a dark or a nighttime map, and it does have some lighted areas, but the darker your outfit is, the better off you are at being able to hide. You know, I mean, it's not pitch black. You know, you'll be able to see. I'll probably be able to clearly see everybody. Anyway, but with ranked team deathmatch, like I said, it has to be full to start a match. You know, you have to be a full 5v5. If you quit, you will lose 3 times the amount of points that you would lose, and each rank you lose a certain amount of points. Sadly, I don't remember, you know, what it is. It's like, I don't know what he was doing. Clearly, he's not someone who plays either this map a lot or just the game. He's probably, you know, fairly new to the game.
Coming at you.
He doesn't. Crap. There we go. I got one of them anyway, but my team's just gonna stand right there and not do a whole lot. Thankfully, he pushed up a little bit, but I only saw 3 of them, which is not a good sign. That means they might be trying to. This hat might shine quite a bit in the light. I didn't think about that. It kind of looks a little reflective, which there's not like really. Crap! I shouldn't have. I was actually trying to find, you know, where this person was, because I didn't want him to try to flank us, but I shouldn't have broke off from the group the way I did. But I was looking for those other 2 so they wouldn't kind of like either run up behind us, which they often like to do, or they didn't. Crap. Come on, come on. Yeah, he's got a sniper. I'm not gonna be able to. Not gonna be able to do anything currently.
That's a KO.
Crap. Okay, I still got him. That's fine.
Go find some
Yeah, but you know, if you quit, or if you even get disconnected, you will immediately, you know, you'll lose 3 times the rank points that you would get. If you have a forfeit feature, you know, but it has to be a majority.
I'm hit. Coming at you.
I don't know where he popped up from.
Pick me up.
Someone must be lagging pretty bad for it. This stuff not.
There are makers.
This is not me. At least it should be.
I'm a professional.
Yeah, hopefully he can give him time. I'll have to run back. Try to run back a little bit. See if I could anyway. Crap. Sometimes it's just easier to run in there with a pistol.
Don't take to me again.
Crap, I shouldn't have went after that particular gun, that MP4A, or MP34A, excuse me. I'm not doing as well. My team definitely has better players on it than what I was facing in, come on, really? I'll try to run that. I actually played with this guy the other day. Yeah, something's going on with the server, because it's definitely lagging quite a bit. It's not representative of... I'm almost afraid that the bullets aren't, you know, like bullets are not reaching their...
Take this.
Crap, I should have waited. I should have threw the grenade in there. So, yeah, someone's... Okay, so you can see there's... Oh, wow. There's actually a lot of people who don't have any bars. Well, no wonder everything's lagging so bad. Huh. You don't normally see that. Actually, the connection is actually pretty decent.
Go home.
You know, just overall. You don't normally have too many connection issues.
I'm cutting you out.
Try to get rid of that before the an unexpected teammate runs into it and ends up dying. Hate to spin that on that, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that just so they hopefully I can end up hitting a couple of them. Ah, wow, really? Come on, dude. Come on. There you go. Crap. I was afraid of that.
Thank you.
I don't know what in the world he was doing. He's got two guys around, or I was gonna say, two guys around me. I shouldn't have died, but they're lagging bad enough anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I'll hunt you down, all of you, out of the picture.
Where's that guy down at? Come on, dude. We're really... Should have paid attention a little bit better, but, you know, I can't... We're surrounded by the enemy, and there's a guy with a really laggy sniper right now, and I can't just... I love that when I hate when my teammates use taunts, but I love that when the enemy tries to taunt and they end up dying.
Try not to get yourself killed. Huh?
Really.
Oh shit! I will not die begging for help. You'll be compensated.
Oh, crap. Yeah, I shouldn't have ran out there. Hopefully this... There's two guys right there and no one's really... I mean, we're gonna win, you know. I'm not even worried about that. That death was unnecessary. Those teammates that were right there should have. Yeah, you can see that guy sitting there shooting at that guy before he even popped up. He shouldn't have been able to shoot at me.
It's going to be okay.
That guy's gonna die. Yeah, he's gonna get surrounded. Now, hopefully I don't get stuck with any of these guys again, because this is insane. Crap. Come on, dude, never mind.
We're out of business.
Like I said, we're gonna win. I'm not even concerned about that. There's no way my team's playing, or I'll say we all are playing that bad that I'm even worried about losing. Obviously, I would like it to be a little bit closer, but I'm not going to complain too much. Or, I wish we were just doing a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain too much. We're doing pretty good. There we go. All right, cool.
They say money is the root of all evil. I say it's the root of all cheat.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people, my team, most of their team doesn't have any bars on them, and that's very rare for that to happen. So, but so you win 20 points every time you win a match, and if you're in the top 2, you gain 4 extra points. And in each rank, you gain. Each rank has its own points that it takes to be able to move into the next rank. So, like, say I'm in Gold 3, it takes 100 rank points to go into that. I'm gonna try to get off this and just sit here and explain this. It takes 100 rank points to get from from Gold 3 to 2, Gold 2 to 1, and then out of Gold again it takes 3 points, and that goes up to get out of Bronze. It took 50, Silver it was 75, Gold was Gold is 100. I believe Platinum is 150, and then Diamond is 200. To progress higher. So and the amount that you lose is it keeps getting higher. In Bronze, I believe it was 8 you would lose, and if you are the top performer on your team, in the top 2 of your team, they will add the 4 points as a positive for you. So, like, say if you lost 8 points, but you were the top performer, and you would gain 4 points, so you would only lose 4 points instead of the 8. Or like in Silver it was 12. You'll lose you would lose 8 instead of the full 12, which definitely helped. It definitely helped slow down the loss. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I thank you for watching. There's a couple more maps that I still need to show off in Team Deathmatch, which I'll do in Ranked Team Deathmatch, but I won't do any commentary for those. Next time I'll do either Plunder or Command, whichever one I feel like doing next. I still haven't played Plunder yet, but I need to play it a couple matches to kind of get an idea of how Plunder works before I can do a video on it. But I'll do a couple, or I'll do for each map, for each of those game types, and I'll still do ranked game types, or ranked Team Deathmatch for the remaining maps. There sadly is a map that I will not be able to show off because as of the recording of this video, there was actually a lot of ways that people could glitch out of the map and would be able to like go out of bounds. So they would just stand there and they could shoot anybody, and they could look through walls, pillars, buildings, anything, and they would be able to shoot you. Well, that map was really bad about being able to do that, so Naughty Dog had to take that map out of rotation right now. The next update, and no one knows when that's going to come, but Naughty Dog keeps saying soon. Whenever that new update is, they will add that map back into rotation, and then I'll be able to do a video for each. I'll do Ranked Team Deathmatch, Plunder, and Command. I'll do it on that map, but sadly right now I cannot do it. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here again. Thanks for watching. Next time we'll either do Plunder or Command, whichever one I want to do next. So until then, later everyone.